Most of the times we are not able to resolve conflicts in marriages and in relationships because men don't tend to understand women and women don't tend to understand men. But one thing you have to know is that both of us are different. We are different beings. We are different creatures. Though, yes, we are all human beings, but we were created differently. And so God made us that way so that we can coexist, not because we can compete. I always say that when you have a problem with your partner, for instance, you're a lady, you have a problem with your guy, when you explain it to your female friend, the probability that your female friend is going to understand you very well or is going to agree with you is very high. When he also explains it to his male friends are also going to agree with him. You know why? Because we are women and they are men. And so we are total different beings. But understanding each other will help us coexist. If we ladies understand them and they also understand us, I think that most of the relationship problems are going to solve. So in this video, I'm going to talk about understanding men. How do men think? How do we understand them as women? If you are interested, kindly stick with me. Let's do this. Hello, beautiful people. I welcome you back to my channel. This is Eke Nyami and this is my YouTube channel. I am so excited you are here with me. If you're a returning viewer, hi, thank you. If this is the first time you're coming across my video, hello, you are so welcome. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so that you can be part of this amazing family. So let's get right into it. Before I go to how we can understand men, I just want to highlight some few differences between men and women so that you really get the concept and you understand where I'm coming from. So the first thing is that physically we've been created differently. I always say that if men had 10 ribs, God took one to create a woman. And so we are different physically. Women, we have boobs, we have ass, we have a womb, we have ovaries. Men don't have boobs, they have a flat chest, in fact, actually. And so we are different. Another thing is that women, we have more water in our system and we have 20% fewer red blood cells as compared to men. And then since red blood cells provide oxygen to our body, women get tired very often. Women get tired frequently. So a job that a man will do with a woman, you realize that the woman will be tired easily. The woman will be tired earlier than the man. That is why I remember in school when we are going for athletics, men can go 3,000 meters, then the women, the highest will be 1,005 years. But though women get tired easily, we also tend to live longer than men. That is one thing you have to take note. Another thing is that 40% of a man's body weight is made up of muscles. 23% of a woman's body weight is made up of muscles. And so, my dear, basically, we are totally different. Women are emotional. Hey, that is why a woman will watch telenovela and will cry. Men are competitive in nature. That is why everything to a man is competition. My husband will watch soccer. When his team is scored, that day he will not eat. And I'll go like, why? This thing, they are taking their money. They are not giving you some. Why are you not eating your food? Because I won't understand him. And then he'll also go like, why are you watching telenovela and crying? This is just a drama. So why are you crying? That makes me a woman and that makes him a man. So my dear, men are less emotional as compared to women. So men don't really cry. Where I'm coming from, yeah, they are sure team say men soon. And so even if whatever he's going through is tough and he has to cry, we've brought them up in such a way that a man, no, you cannot cry. But women, oh, I have the privilege to cry whenever I feel like crying. So men are less influenced by emotions. So when you want to talk to a man and you want to appeal to his emotions, my dear, you are doing a cos 90 way. Why are you doing this to me? Have you thought of how I'm feeling? My dear, no, because he's not affected by the emotions. So don't appeal to his more emotions. When you want to appeal to his emotions, as I said, you are doing a cos 90 work, my dear. At the end of the day, you not achieve what you want to achieve. So don't talk to your man as if you are talking to your fellow woman. Don't when conflicts come, and then note, women are also more likely to be affected by conflicts in marriages. And so a man will say, but this is nothing. This is something that we've spoken about. Yeah, can't we it today? But we will sit down, we will think it through, think with our emotions, my gender, my dear, believe you me. And then men are logical and analytical. A man will try to fix it. Why is this happening? What can we do to fix it? We men, we want to be cared for. We are not even thinking about how to fix it. We are thinking about how you want to pamper us, to make us feel. to make us feel great, to make us feel loved, to make us you see that thing, yeah. And so, how then do we understand our men so that we know how to coexist with them? I think that I will try as much as possible to do another video about how men can understand women. But for now, I want to talk to my women, how we can understand our men, my gender. You get me? Okay. The first thing you have to understand is that men are work oriented, men are not relationship oriented. When God created man, the first thing he handed over to him was his work. Do this. And so a man is always almost identified by what he does. That is why after school, after completion, you meet a woman and then you ask her, how many kids do you have? Are you married? How many kids do you have? When you meet a man, you ask him, so what are you doing? What do you do? So at any point in time, a man is determined by what he does, how much he earns, and who is he is. Who are you? I'm an accountant. What do you do? I work in a bank. How much do you earn? I earn 1,000, 2,000 Ghana cedis. At any point in time, when a man has not identified these things, my dear, relationship is least of his worries. And so when he's having problems with his work and you are talking about relationship and you expect him to understand you from that point of view, it will be difficult. It will be difficult. So when you try to compete with his work, he sees you as an enemy. I've said it that there are moments that a man can give up his relationship for work, but a woman sometimes can give up his work for relationship. That is it. That is why a man will say that, then my dear, when I'm able to get good job, the women will calm themselves. Men are work oriented and they are not relational. The second thing is that men are sexual. Yes. You see, a man can enjoy multiple sex with multiple partners, but a woman can enjoy multiple sex with one partner. So, to me, every man is a potential polygamous. It takes discipline and it takes the fear of God for a man to decide that this is the woman I want to stick with. Men are sexual. Like when a man sees a woman, most of them, the first thing that comes to his mind is, this lady. Naturally, you see that some things are knocking some things out there. You get me? If you're a kid, you don't understand what I'm saying, but so, my dear lady, do not give free sex because when you give a man the chance, men see sex to be physical. Aside the fact that sex is spiritual, men see sex to be physical, women see sex to be emotional. And so a man can sleep with you and not love you. I'm telling you, that is their nature. So if you understand it from that point of view, you would also know when to give in and when not to give in. Men get freshened up by space. When a woman loves a man, we want to be all over him. We want our head to be on his chest. We want him to cuddle us. We want to. But sometimes when a man is stressed up, he wants to be alone. He wants to have space. He wants to think through, make plans. So it's not always that you have to be around him. When you know that he's stressed up and he tells you that I want space, give him that space. Give him that space. Don't insist that I'm your woman. You have to talk to me. Why are you not talking to me? What? My dear, it won't help. Give him the space and the time for him to freshen up, for him to rekindle, for him to put things together, and then he will come back to you. The next thing is that men are not usually expressive. They don't usually tell us how they feel. It is it is very rare for a man to be explaining things and then you see that, as I said, he'll be crying, no. But women, we will say everything that we want to say because you say a lot of men are going through issues in their marriages, but because they are not expressive, they are not able to say it. That is why sometimes a man will offend you, you expect him to say sorry. Hey, for him to open his mouth and say, I'm sorry, it is difficult. But you see that he's doing his actions, he's trying to keep in touch with you. When he goes to work, at a normal circumstance, he'll call you once. That day, he's calling you 3 times. He'll come home, even if you have not called him, he's all over you, like he wants to do. Do you want water? Baby, what should I do for you? My dear, that is his own way of saying sorry. So don't sit there and expect the sorry to come. It might not come. The next thing is that men lie if he is afraid of the outcome, if he tells you the truth. Why did he lie to me? Why didn't he tell me the truth? My dear, are you really sure you wanted to know the truth? A man will not tell you the truth if he knows that by telling you the truth, he might lose you. That is why, as a woman, at any point in time, when your man decides to tell you the truth, that moment is a defining moment. Don't act up, don't give him drama. Wait, let him know that you appreciate the fact that he's confiding in you and he's telling you the truth. At another time, you can sit down and bring the issue up, then you have an open and honest conversation, communication about it. But at that time, when you try to act up, my dear, next time he will not open up to you. And that is when you start complaining. My husband is not talking to me, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. I don't understand. Yes. Because the last time he told you the truth, you gave him all that drama. The next thing is that men are moved by respect and admiration. That is why the relationship between a boss and the secretary, most of the times it thrives. A relationship between a boss and the house help, it thrives because in that circumstance, the respect is natural, like it comes natural. And so you have to respect your man, you have to admire him, let him feel appreciated. If that respect is there naturally, the probability that that man, all things being equal, will love you is very high. And then men compare themselves to the West. So when a man does something and you try to complain about it, he will compare himself to his friend who is doing worse than him. Why have you come home at 10 p.m.? You are lucky I'm home. Even Akwesi, he sleeps outside, he comes the following morning. So normally I tell my women that don't concentrate on the worst things he's doing. You see, the fact that it's not better, it's not perfect, doesn't mean it's not good. Whatever it is, if you can work around it, work around it. If it's not abuse, if it's not something that might affect your mental health, if it is not something that shows that the marriage is beyond repairs, sometimes you have to change your perception about some of these things. Sometimes you have to give him the space and the time to do whatever that he wants to do. But when it's like you are always complaining, you are nagging, my dear. The first time you complain, if he stopped, if he would stop, he would have stopped because he's not stopping. You've said it 1, 2, 3. He's not stopping. He's not doing anything to change, my dear. I think that you don't have to be complaining again. When you tell a man what he's doing wrong, even if he's not doing wrong, he wants to prove you right that he's doing wrong. And so I was saying, my year, and then my crime, now who say my dear, you have to understand men, understand how they think, understand how they do things before you can coexist with them. I'll take any question that you have for me in the comment section and I'll try as much as possible to answer that question with a short video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really hope that this video helped you and at least it gave you an idea about how men think and the difference between the two genders. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that and I'll see you in the next video. Nyamenka.